Hey, good, thanks
How's
you.
good? How's the audio now? Sorry about all the
Wait,
technical
let me
difficulties.
go there. I'm muted there. Let me just check. I think it sounds fine
Okay,
on
great.
the other side, but no music, of course, just me and you.
Oh, that's all right. Sometimes these technical difficulties come into play, and usually with the video editing, I take out the music. YouTube AI kind of freaks out over things like copyright.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
I think. Oh, what were you about to say?
as we must find some good musicians that'll give us their music for free, right?
Some of them do. Many of them don't. Yeah, so I'm just gonna say, I apologize for the birds. They're really crazy. They got the zoomies. It's like 10 a.m. every morning on the dot. So, yeah, welcome to our Chicago Kotlin meetup. Um, my name is Amanda Hinchman Dominguez, and this is Maia. Maia, please tell me a little bit more about yourself and share, a little bit of what you do with the audience.
Yeah. So normally I'm not in Berlin. I'm in Berlin at the moment. I came to DroidCon Berlin and then I just stayed for a little longer. But soon I'm going back to South Africa, which is where I normally live and work. And I've been doing Android for a long, 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 long time. And I was doing embedded software before that. At the moment, I work for a company called Luno, which is in the crypto space, doing Android things and Android teams and building Android apps. And am I a dog person or a cat person? I'm a dog person.
I'm also a dog person. I like cats, but I'm also very allergic to them. So, it makes it kind of tough. So,
I like them, but my cat lingo isn't so good. My dog dialect is better than my cat lingo. So
of
yeah,
course.
I don't relate so well to them.
That's just lovely. And so you've been in Berlin, and how much time have you spent there? And what's like the coolest thing that you found in Berlin?
Yeah, so I arrived here just before DroidCon Berlin, and I'm sort of couch surfing at a friend's place, and I'm working remotely. So I've been here, well, since DroidCon Berlin, and we're probably going to go back home at the end of August. Um, and what's the coolest thing? Berlin's great because you walk and find these little treasures of curious little spots and nice graffiti. I think last night we went to like an outdoor show called Dark Matter, but it's their summer installation, and it's this huge light show with light and sound and music and a DJ, and you can sit outside in deck chairs. So that was pretty fun. That's what we
Oh
did last night.
wow, that's so crazy. We have in Chicago we have a Dark Matter Coffee.
Ah,
Yeah, it's like a mini franchise in the city. Yeah, so if you're joining onto the stream, hello, welcome to the Chicago Kotlin User Group Meetup. I do see we have some folks streaming today. We got some folks from New York City, we got Toronto, we got, Maya's in Berlin. It's kind of a fun group. Yeah, so welcome. And this session is called Dear Amanda, Help Me Fix My Memory Leaks. You may or may
yeah.
not see birds flying. They're like trying to fly by my face. Like it's time
Are
to
they
play.
are they outside? Are they like flying around in the room?
They're free roaming.
Okay, cool. So you have to keep the windows closed, right?
Yeah, it's okay. We have screens, so
Okay.
sometimes I let the window open and they like that. But they do like to have attention too. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so
Well, tell us when you need to pause and pet the birds.
I might have to. I mean, this it is their time. Okay, so without further ado, um, if you haven't been to the Kotlin Chicago user group, we believe in being inclusive We are an inclusive group, so do everything in your power to be curious, ask questions, and avoid assumptions. And of course, do everything to grow trust, empathy, and friendship. Okay, would you like to give a talk? I would love it if you wanted to give a talk. We do have an open CFP year round. There should be a link in the description. We've had experienced speakers like Maya, but we've also had first-time speakers. And honestly, if you go through all the videos, you can't tell who's who. The talks have all been great. Yeah, please feel free to submit a talk. Let me know if it's your first time. I can always give pointers as well. It's a great way to expand your network. It's a safe space to practice talks. It's just a very chill time. And of course, it always looks great on a resume. Oh yes, we do have a Chicago Slack. Or sorry, we have a channel on the Kotlin Lang Slack. It is like hashtag Chicago, and of course we do have a Twitter. I will be posting Maya's Twitter name in case anyone's interested in that. And I think that's almost everything, just about. So, some fun bits. We do have a YouTube chat. I see that some folks are already using it. In just a moment, I'm going to link folks the repo that we'll be looking at today. I'm probably going to hand it off to Maya shortly so that she can give a little bit more background about what the app is and what we're about to do. How does that sound, Maya?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, that sounds great.
I can find another slide that I want to show.
Oh, beautiful.
Now that we mention it. Yeah. Let me just find it.
No problem. I'm gonna add your bit to the stream.
Hang on a sec. Let me just go there.
And I'm gonna look for the relevant repo.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just go to this slide. Slideshow. Yeah. Okay, so the backstory for this stream is I was using this Habitica app, which is the open source app that we're going to look at today. And it's the app that I used to do my DroidCon talk on, which was about how to add Compose to the app. And the actual reason why I wanted to add Compose to the app was, well, you can see it's quite a popular app. And let me just go here. The reason I wanted to add Compose to this app particularly was because there's this badge in the app, which is the contributor badge. So if you put up a pull request on the repo, then if they accept it, I can get the contributor badge. So that's the backstory of this. For the talk, I tried to add Compose, but in the end, I actually came to the conclusion that I didn't want to put a change up with the Compose changes. And then so it is kind of mulling around in my head that this particular app has very many memory leaks, and that a more useful pull request to add to this app so that I can get the badge is to fix a memory leak. And then as it happened, I went into another talk at DroidCon Berlin, which happened to be Amanda's talk on memory leaks. And I thought, well, this is just perfect. I can get Amanda to come and help me fix the memory leak, and then I can put a pull request up and I can get my badge. So that's the backstory. That's the underlying reason that we're here. But also memory leaks are tricky things to look for and interesting things to look for, especially in an app like this, because it's old and crusty and it's been around for a while and it's got complex architecture and it's definitely got memory leaks. So that's the background to this. And on my screen here, I've got Android Studio with the app and it's running. So maybe what I'll do is I'll show you what it is. So you can see here, you're a little character and it's a to-do app, but it's a gamified to-do app. So if you do your things, like if I take a sip of water and I hydrate, you see there, I got some experience in gold. Let me do it again, you'll see. If I click there, experience in gold. So this makes the experience go up and then I level up. And then there are daily things that you can choose to do. I was looking for stream things or doing stream things for that. If you miss these, then you lose health. If you go to 0, then you lose a level. You can also set it up to do to-dos. I don't think I have any. Or you can give yourself rewards. So you can, with the gold that you look, I've got 44 gold. I can give myself a real life reward, or I can give myself one of these rewards, one of these clothes or hats or different things. But the interesting thing about this app, all I need to do is I just go into this about screen like that, right? And then I can go back and ta-da, leak canary is dumping memory to investigate leaks. So we don't need to do a lot to make a leak appear. And we should get, I think here, which says, here, we'll get some of the memory leaks. So it's, oh look, it's analyzing heap dump, and it's, so I bring to the party this old app with a memory leak, and we can take it from there. So like, where would one start? How do you get going on this, assuming you know nothing about memory leaks? If you find it, how do you fix it? These are all the questions that come up for me. I've also got the branch ready and prepared, so we can put any fixes in, and then I'll clean it up and put the pull request up when it's ready.
All right.
Do you want to add anything, Amanda?
Yeah, I guess it would be a good time. I'm not sure if those DroidCon Berlin videos are out. I am giving this talk again in New York. I think they're actually, I can like link a Medium article. The whole basis is just like, hey, there's memory leaks everywhere. But here's a cookbook of some of like, easy to spot memory leaks. Maybe we should talk about what is a memory leak. For folks that are watching, how familiar are people with memory leaks? You can just be like, okay, I have like some pretty good understanding.
I can tell you my sort of blurry understanding of it, and then you can correct me. How about that? How does that sound?
Yeah, we could do that.
Or we can take like the chat and see what people say, and then see what we want to add on that. But I mean, I don't have an academic understanding, and I purposefully didn't go research it too much, because then this would make like an interesting conversation, because I can say it and then you can say, no, you've got it wrong like this. And then that might help people understand it. So as I understand it, it's all the garbage collector's fault, right? No, it's not. It's all of our fault. So in a language like Java, we don't manage the memory. We don't handle pointers. We don't manage the memory at all. Underlying things happen. Mysterious things happen. Memory gets allocated. And then the garbage collector comes and tries to clean up after us and release the memory. And a memory leak is when the garbage collector can't clean it up for some other reason. And then it just stays there. And as the memory leaks, you have less and less and less and less memory until you get an out of memory exception.
Yeah, I mean, give or take, that's all pretty much right. Sometimes memory leaks can be a little bit of a debatable topic. Actually, Leak Canary as well takes kind of a conservative definition of what a memory leak is. And it does relate to garbage collection, the JVM, and also the Android system. And how we like manage our life cycle activities. But the basis is, when the heap ends up holding onto allocated memory longer than necessary. And it can be found in your source code. It can be found in third-party code and even in framework code. So and the fun part about Android and what makes it so special is all those lifecycle components we tend to deal with. And for folks that might not be familiar, if you're like downloading the app, you're downloading the repo, and you're not sure how Maia got the Leak Canary configuration, that is an open source library that you can openly configure into any application for debug mode. And
I think it was in there already. They had it. I didn't add it. It was in
really?
here.
It's already.
Script, yeah.
That's really interesting.
It was in there already.
Put it in there. All right. Yeah. Well, for those that are curious, I just posted up a link. You can apply this to any application, of course. Make sure that it's a discussion with your team before you like try it out, because sometimes like you just if you're ready to look at memory leaks, like sometimes it can like overwhelm people. But what we're doing today is kind of like what you don't always get to do at work. We're going on a little bit of a fishing hunt, really, just kind of a bit of an expedition. I do see that based on the run that we have picked up some memory leaks. We could start with the toast event listener.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do? I just click on this thing. Okay.
Oh, just a fun. I saw someone comment, first exception in life I got as an Android dev was an out of memory error. That's like classic. It was so easy to do that back in the day, because I think you see it less with like a lot of our newer devices, but there still is like a portion of the world that does use like lower Android or lower API Android devices with like lower capabilities and stuff like that. So it was a lot easier to like run out of memory. Also, the way that the memory management system used to like handle memory management, it was like a lot less efficient. So don't feel bad. It happens. It still happens today. Sorry, what were you saying, Maya?
I don't know. I said I just clicked on that thing, and now I have all these words that I don't understand. But there was one thing that you said that kind of like triggered a thought in me. I remember somewhere them saying that they used to put the bitmaps inside the heap, and then they changed the place where they put the bitmaps, because bitmaps are like big and the other objects are little, and that you can like mash together the little objects in a certain place, and that's why they split out. So the older versions, they were putting the bitmaps in there, and then there wasn't like room to put a bitmap, or the room, like the way the memory was structured was different. I don't know. Do you know anything about that?
I feel like this is like briefly ringing a bell. I don't know too many details on that, but I do think it is some of those details are revealed in one of Chet and Roman's talks on maybe Android graphics, or like updates. Like
I think I heard about it in that Android debug podcast. Yeah, an old one. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Back to the matter at hand.
Yes. Okay. Right. So we see a whole lot of a whole lot of text, really. So for those that might not be able to see it, do you think we could like blow up the emulator?
Yeah, I can. Let me see if I can do this, and then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to go plus plus plus, and then we can go like that. Ooh,
there we go.
Maybe that's too big. Wait. I'm gonna make this go smaller, and then I'm gonna even do this. Right. Okay. You tell me where to scroll. I'm driving, and you can tell me. So this new means there's a new one, right?
It sure does. We have a frame layout leaked. So specifically, we have an Android view component that had been leaked. Not sure how yet, so we're gonna find out. That's the nice thing. We have the option of opening the heap dump, which is like an HProf file you can dig into should you wish to do that. We don't necessarily.
But is it safe? Should I click on that? Are we going to be overwhelmed if I click on it?
Yes.
Okay.
I think like we can get into that in a little bit. Let's start with the stack trace first. Like, sometimes, what we're gonna do is maybe find a memory leak where it's easiest to detect by eye and easiest to fix. Usually those are explicit memory leaks. Leak Canary has the ability to also detect implicit memory leaks. That's like really where the real value comes in, Okay, so keep scrolling down, and you're going to see here that there's a stack trace. So we have our GC root thread object. So it seems like we're somehow leaking that frame layout in a different thread other than the main thread, which is definitely a no.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Just hang on. Let's take one step back. GC, that's that garbage collector we spoke about, right?
Yes.
And GC root Like, how does that relate to the memory thread? I mean, I don't know the audience. How much does the audience know about memory leaks? Because there are words here that some of them I know what they mean, and sometimes I don't know what they mean. But I'm assuming now that that's like a place where the garbage collector would go in and start cleaning things up, but for some other reason it can't clean up. Or what does that mean?
I'm not sure what the root specifically would mean. Maybe we could ask PY about that or look through documentation on that.
Yeah, or we can.
But GC does stand for garbage collection.
Garbage collection. Okay, cool.
And I'm assuming like that, I could be wrong, but I was assuming that when they say GC root, it's related to what is the source of the memory leak itself. And in here, it's within a thread object. That's how I would read this. So we have the connectivity thread instance, and it says, is it leaking at this point? No. So let's just keep scrolling down. Usually I find that once we get I guess we got to scroll down in the screen too.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got like multiple levels of scroll here, right? It's the Android Studio scroll, and it's the
real nice for.
Okay, that's not leaking. Here it says leaking. Yes. Oh, does this mean it's trying to show a toast in a thread, like a separate thread?
Possibly. It looks like we have a static reference to a toast event listener. And sometimes when we create listeners, we attach the context to that thread. We usually have to be really mindful about what we do with listeners. Actually, I haven't covered this topic. I don't think, well, I briefly touched on it in a couple examples, but I didn't really dive into this. Yeah, I think listeners can be a really huge source of leaks because I think when we think about listeners, we use whatever the Android API offers us, but we also have the option to create our own custom listeners. The point is there is a context attached to it, implicitly or explicitly. So we do want to be careful. Let's try and see if we can locate where this might be sitting in the code base itself.
Okay.
I don't know if that is immediately obvious to me.
Should I just search for toast event listeners? Static toast event listener.
Maybe, I think the name of it is toast currently shown.
Where do you see that? Let me see where I see.
It's the purple text underlined in red.
Oh, toast currently shown. Okay.
Yeah, I know it's
okay, because it goes from no to yes. No, okay, so it goes from no to yes, and then this thing is red squiggly, so that's the place where the thing that gets leaked. All right.
Perhaps.
So I'm just gonna go shift
we'll do
command
a full,
find in files, and it's called toast currently.
Okay, so it's not interesting. Now, I wonder if this could be in a third-party library.
That's currently shown. Oh dear.
Is there a stack trace that we can access?
It said I can put the stack trace in Logcat at the top here somewhere.
Yeah, it should be already running in Logcat. So if we open that, we should be able to see it.
Okay, so if I open Logcat here and I search for leak canary, let's see if I can spell. Maybe I can't spell leak canary. Am I seeing anything? Oh, there's leak canary there. This is new Logcat. So I don't know if I need to change package here.
You know, this is so funny. I also don't know how to use this new logger.
Leak canary. I mean, when I try and use it, it seems easier.
It's watching an instance of job info scheduler service. Is it possible that it's in Leak Canary itself? That's so funny. Maybe. So Thaddeus said, is it possible it's in Leak Canary itself, as it showed Leak Canary .toast event listener? Would you mind scrolling down just a little bit? It's
in this In the emulator.
In the emulator. Let's see. Where did he
Wait,
see
I'm in the
that?
bottom again.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Leak
yeah,
Canary.
I completely missed that. Yeah, Leak Canary dot toast event listener. So I guess Leak Canary has its own. So,
Okay.
all right. Well,
Okay, so this is a red herring. This is our first red herring on this fishing trip, right?
Yeah, we'll throw that one back out to sea and we'll keep searching.
Okay. All right, so we're not going to chase this one. Let me see if I can make another one happen, right? Is that
yeah, you can just get it. Some easy ways of getting memory leaks is switching screens. Asking for long running processes and maybe like throwing it in the background, see what happens.
All right.
We'll call it stress
open
testing.
this up. Oh, no, wait. We can open this up. And then we can go back. Maybe I can go somewhere else and scroll around a bit. Let's see. We can go to the tavern and we can chat, see the chat there.
Yeah, try to see if you can get some internet loading going.
It's weird to scroll on this big emulator, but maybe let's make it a bit smaller again just to walk around in it. Okay. Okay. I've got a dot. Does that mean I've got another one?
Oh, I think I saw another memory leak pop up.
Oh, yes. Analyzing heap dumps.
And something, I don't know. So I don't know if like folks have ever used Leak Canary. It does make your debug app run a little bit slower. So I don't know if you saw, but like right before the Leak Canary analyzing heap dump notification showed up, I think like there was like kind of like this garbage collection and it slowed down a little bit because it's attached to the debug process. Oh yeah, look at that.
Okay, cool. We got a live one.
Fragments.
Are we reeling in? Are we going like this?
It's literally it's kind of exciting or alarming, whichever. Let's go to the task recycler view. That could be
this one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now I'm going to make it bigger again so we can scroll in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Linear layout leaks. We got a lot of leaked views. It's common to leak views a lot because, sometimes you get a lot of those implicit references to leaks. So, sometimes like these are more the implicit ones. Okay, so we'll keep going because we're like way too low level right now. Let's see.
Okay.
We're like,
and it's not. We didn't get the red squiggly yet. We need to find the little.
But hold up. So it's in main. We start in the main activity, then component activity. So now we're in the task recycler view fragment. Okay, keep going.
So this is actually quite cute. Do you remember the old days when we used to put the M in front of things?
Yes. Yeah, I think some of the Android API system is still like that.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a hash map instance. That's an interesting choice, but moving forward. Okay, we have this callback. Here's a fragment manager, so we're back in the system. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
The red line.
There it is. The task manager view fragment and the layout manager member reference seems to be leaking. Let's take a look at the task recycler view fragments.
I think I know where they live. Hang on a moment. I was looking in the code earlier to see if I can find them, but we could probably search for them, right?
Yeah, you could press Shift 3 times and search for the file itself. Yeah.
Recycler view fragment. Is that the one?
Yeah. And then you click it, and then if you want to know where it is in the project, you can click the little.
I can click this one. Yeah.
So
okay. We're gonna make this a bit smaller again.
Yeah. Could we blow up the text a little bit too? Are people able to like see the screen? Okay.
Oh, I can go into like this mode.
Oh yeah. Would it be okay to change it out from Darkula to light mode? It might be a little easier to read. Maybe that's why I'm squinting it a little bit.
Can you read that?
Oh, that's so much better.
But I can make it light. Do you want me to make it light? Let me make it light.
Sure. Yeah, that might.
Let's see. Code style schema, right?
That, or I think like preferences, appearance.
Okay, if it's preferences, I need to just quickly switch back
No
and go
problem.
out of presentation mode because I can get in here again. Oh, wait a moment. It's the double screen.
Yeah.
Android Studio preferences, appearance. See, I'm in night owl mode. IntelliJ light. Okay. Oh, blinded. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it is
All
a little
right.
shocking to the eye. Sorry, that was like we should have warned
Never
people.
mind, but let's go into
Yeah,
view mode here as
continuing
well.
on.
Yeah. How's that?
Okay, yeah, that's great. So, right, we're looking for a reference to a layout.
So it's like it's like a variable that's a layout inside this fragment. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, maybe let's see. We'll just keep looking down and see if there's, so the first thing that I normally do is just take a look and see if there's anything super obvious off the bat. Not necessarily. So we'll just, oh, okay. Actually, here, the set inner adapter stuff, that's, why are they doing that?
Okay, so they're using, it looks like they're using view binding, and there's a recycler view, and they're setting the adapter. Do you want to see where this gets called?
Why are they attaching a subscription to the recycler? What? Okay, so we're, I always get a little antsy whenever I see RX Java getting put in any kind of recycler view. I'm not saying that this is wrong or anything, but sometimes like this can get, it can get hairy to manage. The reason,
What? RX Java hairy to manage?
yeah, I mean, even especially with recycler view, because I mean, if we're not careful, like one thing I do worry about, I'm like, oh, I hope we don't end up seeing RX Java in like a view holder. Because I'm gonna say it's generally a code smell, and the reason is like when we think about recycler view, the view holder is actually like the same number of view holders generated for an Android screen. And what the recycler view does is like instead of like generating like 100 view lists, like you just generate that much, then you're flipping what shows up in those like set, view holder lists. So when you're putting in things like threading, you're just creating an opportunity. Like like I said, like I get kind of nervous. Let's just keep going and just be aware that at least like I'm feeling a little bit wary about a lot of this, because I find that when you're attempting to manage threading with a recycler view, I think it just gets hairy really fast. Like we can see this person trying to like manage like some almost like life cycle related things. And I'm not saying that like people can't do it at all. Maybe it is correct, but we're going to have to like dive into it and like really see. Like it's it can get hairy. It's hard to manage. It's difficult to manage. So yeah, we have all this stuff where what is I think it's important to have a really opinionated. So actually, let's point this out. This is a really good thing. On the story view, you can see that we have an item touch callback. You do want to make sure you're always clearing out your listener references. But one thing that I'm not sure, like I don't know, I mentioned this in the talk, but we also need to make sure we're clearing out references to views if we're saving them as member references within a fragment specifically.
Okay, so we're actually looking, what we're actually looking for is a variable that's a view, right? Is that what we're looking for?
Yes, I would scroll to the top and...
Well, that's assuming they put all the variables at the top.
Let's see. That is the assumption, yeah. So you see the recycler adapter? that view adapter is going to have an implicit reference to a view.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to make sure we're clearing that. We also want to make sure we're clearing the subscription itself on destroy view.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So to improve this, we should null this out in on destroy view.
Mm-hmm. And the same with the recycler view subscription.
This one.
Yeah. Bindings, I'm actually not 100% sure about. That one I'm a little bit fuzzy on. I almost feel like it might be good to nullify that one too. We might have to check and
This
see
one.
what that binding actually is. Yeah, because here's the thing. I don't know what that is. When I make recycler views, like this is not the way that I make it personally. I know like there's a lot of different ways you can make it, but your item view binding comes for free. Within,
so the thing that worries me now is that I don't know exactly what I did to make this leak happen. So if we now null these out, if we null these out, how am I going to know that I fixed it?
So we just know like this is one thing that we should probably do, but we haven't found the actual memory leak yet.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Is it okay if we look at
notes because I need to clean this up, right? Let me just find a pen here somewhere.
Yeah.
So if I can clean this up, I can get some notes and clean this up. Let me see. Find a pen, and a piece of paper. 1 second. Should have done this before.
No worries.
Okay. Okay, so what do you want to look at some more?
Okay, so I like one thing is when we're working with fragments on destroy view, we want to make sure that we're calling a null, or we're setting member references for listeners, subscriptions, and fragments to null on destroy view. And the reason for that, I'm actually about to dig into it. I'm gonna like link folks so it's not just like is I believe this is like related to how the life cycle works with fragments. There's this like expectation that on destroy view, like the references to the views are not destroyed immediately unless you like nullify those references. It seems kind of weird. At one point, like it wasn't even in documentation. This was actually one bit that was a bit like hotly debated. But
where was it debated? In like an issue on Google?
Yeah, it was noted first as a Google thing, and I think like a PY from Lee Canary, he also kind of put his 2 cents in. Let me pull up this leak. Everything is just running a little slow. I'm gonna quit out on Slack and
should we post a link to the issue where they were debating this for people if they want to know?
Yes, that is what I would like to do so that they can like check this out themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a matter of my computer decided to be very slow suddenly, and I'm gonna try and
okay, well, while you do that, shall I scroll around here a bit more and see what I see?
Is it okay if we take a look at like really quick the memory leak stack trace one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, do you see that layout manager right there?
Oh, yes.
I think that's the one. But let's double check with the. Yeah,
okay, let me just make a note of it. It's line 87 because I don't want to lose myself.
Yeah.
87. Okay.
Yeah, implicit memory leaks are definitely tougher to keep track of.
View mode, exit presentation mode. Okay, and now where is my device manager, my emulators? No, not there. Hey, where's the emulator now? They've moved things around again. Project.
They really have.
Maybe. Wait, I think if I click virtual, if I click this guy. Where is there used to be a tab on the side here which had the emulator in it, right?
Yes, it appears to be. Oh, running devices. That they renamed it.
Ah, there we are. Okay, this one could go. All right. Oh, let me put this in light mode too, because it won't do if things aren't matching, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then I think I finally have this is I hopefully that takes folks somewhere. Let's see. This should be the name of the issue. If that wasn't correct, oh my gosh, the copy and paste game is just not there. So yes, this is the related memory leak with nested fragments. Okay, going back to this, would you mind scrolling down one more time on like just all the way to the bottom? Because usually at the very bottom it says exactly where the memory leak sits. And we know that, let's see.
And here we are in the red. Layout Manager, Recycler View.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Parent,
So
swipe, refresh layout, linear layout.
yeah, you see that right there. Okay, it says yes. Okay, leaking, yes. Object Watcher was watching this because task recycler view fragments received fragment on to story view callback references to its views should be cleared to prevent leaks. So
what you're reading is this piece here. Task recycle view fragment received fragment on destroy view, which is that method that we were looking at in the fragment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it should be cleared to prevent memory leaks.
Right. Yeah.
And so what is it? But what is it that we should be clearing out? Okay, so there's a linear layout in there.
Yeah. So, folks, if you look at the comments, I hopefully posted the right exact link, but yeah. So the fragments view, but not the fragment itself, is destroyed when a fragment is put on the backstack. So developers are expected to clear references for views within this call for on destroy view. And that's probably why we have some other memory leaks pop up as well. I'm sure it's referencing the subscription that needs to be cleared as well. Yeah, this one is kind of a weird one. And actually, like in the issue tracker, like if you go to the issue tracker, the status is like won't fix. It's like intended behavior. Yeah, so like this is something where like Google doesn't think it's like a memory leak because eventually it clears out. But if you have like kind of a more conservative definition of memory leaks, like, and I think you should if you have large applications that you work with, yeah, you should definitely be clearing it out because it does build up over time. You want to save as much memory as possible.
Okay, so do you think it's worthwhile to try that performance profiler just a little bit, and maybe we can see it? Would we be able to see this, or is it too small? Well, I mean, it's just 1.9K and 44 objects. We'll be able to see that.
It would be really tiny, but we can definitely open up the profiler. But because we know exactly where the leak is, and we can see what the issue is, and we can solve it pretty easily, why don't we go ahead and go to the on to story view call and make sure that we what was the name of that layout?
We've here layout manager, this one.
Yeah, so the reason why this is going to leak is because the layout manager holds an implicit reference to the view, and all views hold an implicit reference to the main activity. Or
Context,
sorry,
yes, right.
yeah, the context. So
okay.
Yes, we want to make sure we're nullifying that. We want to make sure we're nullifying the recycler adapter.
And this.
Yeah, and the animator, because that looks like it touches some Android Android UI too. Android components, like null them out within your
okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just go like this and just collect these things so that I can, and then copy paste it out. So we want this guy, right?
Yeah.
And we want this guy, that one, and this one.
Yeah, we got a list going.
Yeah, I'm going to get, oops,
yeah.
I'm going to get squigglies, but I'm just going to,
that's okay. I'm glad you're kind of pulling it all out down there. And
okay, these should be all okay. And then there's which was the other one? There was
callback.
This one.
That one.
Yeah.
And also the callback, because it's a listener and it's probably
this guy.
It is likely we're attaching some kind of context to it.
Right. And then what we want here is we want to do something like this.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And then this all we're going to cut. And then we're going to find on destroy view. There we are. And then we're going to just do that, right? Boom, like that.
Yeah. Like literally, that's it.
So why are we getting red squigglies on the null? Null cannot be a value of a non-null type.
Oh, sorry. So that one, instead of nullifying it, you'll want to either unsubscribe or clear it. I can't remember which.
Okay. And the item animator also.
Probably the same.
Let's go see what it looks like. Oh, you see, the type is like that.
Yeah, you have to do like recycler view subscription dot unsubscribe or clear. Does anyone remember which one you're supposed to use? I always forget.
Oh, we can go autocomplete.
Yeah.
Down there.
Yeah. If you get rid of the equals null, sorry, I threw you off a little bit. It should be dot unsubscribe.
Oh, look here. Is dispose.
Oops, sorry. Is this RX Java 3? Yeah, could we go, would you mind doing a command click into the recycler view subscription? Because sometimes they have very similar calls.
Okay.
And, oh, sorry, for the actual dot dispose, like the actual API call itself. Not for the composite disposable, but the recycler view subscription dot dispose for the method call. Yeah, but instead of is dispose, we want to go to the dispose call.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm click happy. I'm clicking too quickly.
It's okay. Don't worry. So I just want to see, because like if this is RX Java 3, I have not used RX Java 3. Sometimes they change the names a little bit. I dispose. Would you mind scrolling down just to see if they don't have any other calls like unsubscribe or anything like that?
You know what we need to do? We need to open the structure thing here because we'll be able to see in here, won't we? Here, look.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's see.
There's just dispose.
I guess it's just dispose. So in RX Java 3, we'd use dispose also in the
so what you're saying here, I guess if I go F2 here, this recycler subscription, we just have to go like this. Dot.
Yeah,
dispose, right?
And that should take out quite a few memory leaks. Make sure you're always doing that, because otherwise your RX Java will leak. And here is a clear method, wasn't there? Oh, could we take one of our watchers was saying that there was a clear method. Is it okay if we take a look at that composite disposable Java class again? Good eye, Thaddeus. Yeah.
This is why we do it in a group, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to see the structure, and there was a clear method.
Oh yeah, I completely missed that. Yeah, could you go to that one?
Oh, but it does the same.
What's the difference? Why are there two though? Like
there's a delete method too. Wait, clear automatically clears the container, then disposes all the previous contained disposables.
That is what we would like. Yes. Well, I guess dispose would not clear the container.
Okay, here.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah, we want to
dispose the contents of the open hash set by suppressing non-fatals, blah blah blah, and then. So it's not dispose, it's clear, right? Is that what we want?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you so much, Thaddeus. Okay, this
Cool.
one, I'm not sure, but let's take a look at what this is exactly. Yeah, they should have some kind of dispose or
Animations.
clear as well, because usually,
Dispatch.
let me go to the bitmap
Shall
script.
I click in there? Does it feel weird with me clicking and you talking?
No, go ahead. Yeah, if
Okay.
it makes sense, go ahead and click in. Yeah, I think that
Okay.
makes sense. I'm also kind of
All right.
like, because, yeah, so I gotta tell you, let's go back to this architecture a little bit. I don't
Okay.
know if folks like I don't know if folks have like opinions about what we're looking at right now with like the recycler view implementation. What did dispose do? Oh, it's okay.
Ah, we
Okay,
can go.
actually, let's back up. So, what Thaddeus was asking is, what did dispose do? But I do feel like clear was the right thing, because at the end it calls dispose at the end. So yeah, we skipped over that a little fast, but okay. So it disposes the contents of the open hash set by suppressing non-fatal throwables till the ends. So what I'm guessing, okay, I don't know like exactly how RX Java 3 works, but we know there's like some kind of stream. We have a singular subscription. You can have multiple subscriptions attached to a composite disposable. So what I'm assuming dispose means is that, dispose without params? I don't know. Let's see.
Okay, I can go see if I can find it. This one, right?
Yeah.
Dispose true. Open hash set. This looks very much the same. Doesn't it feel like this looks exactly the same? Oh, I know what I can do. Let's split
What
down
is the
and
difference?
I'll do this. We'll have dispose there,
Just
and we'll
literally
have
put it side by side, because I don't see a
career
difference.
here.
But
there's dispose. We'll put dispose there, and we'll go in here. We'll go to structure. We'll go to clear, and then we'll see if we can see a difference. Okay, we have clear at the top. We have dispose at the bottom. This is like those pictures where you have the two pictures side by side, and you've got to spot the difference.
Oh, there is a small difference. They set true, dispose to true, but they take care of that when they call. I'm kind of confused about this one. Why would they set dispose to true in dispose but not on clear? Maybe because we don't care.
But see, I think then we should be calling dispose and not clear, because then the flag is set. And if for some other reason in another place they call dispose again, then it won't do the work again. On the other hand, if you need to dispose again, when does dispose, this flag gets set to false again? You know, if I were code reviewing this, right? I mean, we don't want to fix this library, but I mean, if I were code reviewing it, I'd wonder where this flag gets set to true and false.
So I think if we scroll up, I thought I saw some Boolean setting mechanism.
Okay, I'm going to close this one again, so we're back into one. Well, actually, I can go like this, right? Click. There it is. It's a volatile. And I can find it.
So Thaddeus is saying, let's see, clear remove
Okay, clear remove stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, you read it?
Sorry, yeah. But the instance is still usable. With calling dispose, you need to create a new container instance. Okay.
Yeah, we want them to create a new one. This is in destroy,
that makes sense.
right?
It actually destroys it. Clear just like keeps the container there. So I think dispose would actually get rid of it. It's a little confusing, but I maybe dispose is the one we go with.
Yeah, given that it's like the view is being destroyed, like if it needs to be made up again, the whole fragment's going to create again, isn't it? It's going to create the view again and make all of it again and make a fresh copy.
Yeah.
My feeling is it needs to be destroy. Okay, let's go back there. We'll go with destroy. Audience, if you want us to not go with destroy, you can vote. We might not listen to you.
We also might, but yeah.
Okay, so what we want here is destroy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then why is it? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It's this because I was trying to autocomplete it to try and find the right.
Dispose instead of destroy, but we're like, yes, in our mind, dispose
okay.
means destroy. Yeah. The Freudians.
We will make the red go away. Okay.
Yeah,
So
and then
what is this one? See if there's a
this one
dispose.
we didn't know what.
No.
Yeah, 'cause
Clear.
this one was a little different.
No.
I think this is
Unsubscribe. No. What words can we guess? Should we go
this
in there?
one. Yeah, I think we need to because I think this is like a homemade thing, but I'm not. Oh no,
Simple
it's
item
a homemade
animator.
thing. Let's take a look and see.
Okay. Simple item animator.
What is that? Is that part of the Android? Is that an Android component?
No, it's not. We're inside the UI helpers package.
Okay.
It's a safe default item animator.
This makes
Maybe it just.
So Demon was saying that he saw like something like end animation maybe in this class.
Okay, let's go to the structure and see if you can see it. This is what's in here. Pending removals, addition, add animations, remove animations, end change animation, end animation, this one.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what that does.
Okay.
Is
the letters big enough for people to see? I hope so. I mean, I can make it bigger again.
Yeah, feel free to comment if we need to make it bigger. Let's end animation.
There.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I guess there's one that's end animations too, or is this the only one?
Okay.
Okay.
You need to go back to structure to see.
Okay.
End animation. No.
Okay, just that one. Got it. Oh, there's
change and remove animations here. Oh.
There's also end animations at the very bottom. It's like the fourth up, maybe.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. What? Oh my Lord. We're like literally we're knee deep.
But it's fun though.
It is.
So, but like I don't know, but those foam wrestling, you know, those I get this foam wrestling where the code is like foam and we're wrestling around it, and we don't really understand all the classes and how they fit together, but we're just trying to
trying to zoom in, and it's more like a deep dive, but not a breath dive. Like we don't even know what's in most of this. So
no, we need some oxygen tanks, and that's what chat is for, right? Chat is our oxygen tank, and the other people are. So end animations. Okay, so we're saying there. Where was this red? I had red in here. I'm going to close this.
Then, you know, I'm going to talk about the architecture just for a little bit because the reason why I get kind of antsy about let's go with end animations and let's hope that it does what it should do, but I get kind of antsy whenever I see something like an item animator class, and it's like being separated out as a helper class. No, Demon, don't worry. Like I have literally never seen this library until like today, so everyone's doing a great job.
I don't know the code either, right? I mean, and it's quite a big. Lots of things in it.
It's really big.
I just use it, right? I just use it every day. So I know how to make the screens go. And when I was messing around with it, I know how the memory leaks pop out when I do the things I normally do. So that's all.
Yeah, I mean, so for the animation stuff, good practice is to make sure you're disposing your bitmaps. I get kind of weirded out about the animation thing because I feel like that's something that we do get for free now. Like maybe this library is just a little outdated and, you know, like some of the stuff was made at a time where maybe some features weren't available. Because the thing is like, just looking at that item animator, like I said, I get kind of nervous whenever I see a class like this, just because anytime you're like injecting Android components into a non-Android class, like you kind of have to make an assumption that you're able to manage anything weird with lifecycle stuff. And I think it can just get a little strange because then you start injecting other dependencies in, and what if one dependency ends up holding everything? So I mean, also this is a very old version of recycler view, so that kind of makes sense. So we're doing what we can, but I think this is just an older library where people were forced to try and manage certain things themselves. So
I mean, in the best case, you could rewrite everything in Compose.
that would take
but
out a
not
lot of
for this pull request.
that would be a big one. But you know what we could do? Let's take a look at everything that we have nulled out and everything that we did put in. Yeah, does that get called immediately, like within end animations? Where does that get called? Okay. So that's probably an end animation, I think, like with the okay.
Animate change implementation.
All this can get really
on
crazy.
Animation end, dispatch finished when done.
So I guess that relates to the animation itself, but I don't think. You know what? Let's say this is maybe I'm gonna say we could probably leave that alone because I think that has to do with the animation itself instead of like disposing the objects.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we are going to make it better by the other things that we did, right?
Yeah. So let's take a look at what we have done. Let's review that really quick. And we could probably run it again and try to do the same thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Run it.
Demon did a great job, summarizing what we did. We cleared out the subscriptions, and we cleared and ended all the animations. And of course, if you have bitmap variables, you'll want to do the same with that too, recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle. And then step 3, nullify the view and nullify the view binding. Yeah. We might have missed a binding. Or no, that one was a custom class. See, like I said, these custom classes are just bugging me out. Because, like I said, they probably have memory leaks in them. The thing is, they're so hard to dig into. So a general rule of thumb is to kind of if you have a helper class that has an Android view component management, that might be a code smell. Be really careful, there are good, legitimate cases for stuff like that, making custom views. That's great because, since it's within a view, all that stuff just gets managed within. But yeah,
this is a task recycler view fragment.
Yes.
And a task is
do you remember how we got to that? Okay. Gotcha.
This is these are tasks.
Okay, and then we open one of those up or something? Or if anything, it kind of feels like it's running a little faster.
I don't know. I opened this thing up.
Okay.
And then I went out, and then I didn't see a dot yet, and then I went here, and then I went into the tavern.
Oh, yeah.
I went into the chat.
I do feel like the navigation feels faster.
There. We've got another one.
Never mind. Okay, let's take a look at that one and just see if it's the same or different. But I was feeling really optimistic. But hey, there's less. There's because before there was 3 or 4 at once, right? Yeah. So we did it.
Found full return.
A little tough. All right, let's see what it says.
Task recycler view fragment. It's still there.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what the deal is. Scroll
I'm gonna
down.
go bigger.
Yeah.
Main activity.
What is it saying now?
Hash map.
The item animator. See, I told you that animator stuff was sketch.
It's haunting us. It's haunting us.
I told you it was sketch. Anyway, you know what? It's okay. we know this is a memory leak, but also, like I said, this is one that's going to be a little bit harder to solve immediately.
Okay, because it's too embroiled in that architecture.
Because it's like someone who's trying to manage animation themselves, and that's like, like that's that. It takes some digging. But what if we? Was that the only thing that was retained in Fragment? Were there other things that maybe we missed? Anything obvious, or?
You mean in this fragment, in this task recycle view fragment? Should we be looking again to see? Okay, I'm going to open the structure here just for a moment, and then we can see if we see anything binding.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that one binding. Why don't we clear that too?
Okay.
Yeah. That might be good because it holds a reference to the view as well. And let's run it one more time and just see what it does. If it gets a little better, then we'll just pause for the moment, and then we could kind of do some memory profiling to see what the difference is before and after.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So let's run it again and see if that gives us anything better.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
What?
Okay, so Demon was saying you might be able to call unbind first before nullifying. So if we can, let's see if we can add that call. Yeah.
Binding dot
Oh, clear maybe? Or why is it? Is this one of those like self-made classes? Because that's really annoying.
No, I think it's view binding. You can go
weird.
there.
I thought you could just.
Fragment refresh recycler view binding. I think these are the. It's this. It's view binding. The fragment refresh recycler view. So this is the XML. It's busy trying to.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so it's literally just the view binding. So yeah, we want to make sure. That's weird. I thought there was an unbind call, but yeah, that would need to be something nullified for sure. But yeah, it's so weird. I guess they don't have it.
Okay, it's a generated class. But Android Studio won't let me click into it.
Strange. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just leave it at unless we got more suggestions. But yeah, I'm not sure. Let's go to that, or let's try to make that fragment pop up again and see if it gives us. Let's see. It's optional, so maybe idea doesn't autocomplete. Oh, okay. Let's try to call binding like unclear maybe, and just see if it gives it to us. Yeah.
Do you want me to type? You said the question with a question mark, right?
Sorry.
No, but it's another one.
You might have to question mark unclear, I think. Like UNC.
You're saying like this.
Oh yeah, because Thaddeus was saying that it's optional, so maybe idea doesn't autocomplete without the question mark, but I don't know. I don't see it. Maybe it's just.
I know what I can do. Yeah. Maybe we can just look in Google to see if you should be clearing bindings, view binding, what you should do to clear them on destroy view.
Okay.
Unless I mean, I would hope that the auto-generated view binding classes clean up.
I would hope so. Yeah, Thaddeus is saying it doesn't seem to be such a method, but yeah, maybe if someone wants to like quickly look into it, like maybe we'll come back to that. See if.
Okay. So well, let's see if it's better with it just like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I feel like I'm learning some new stuff today.
I'm definitely learning new stuff.
Yeah.
Most definitely am I learning new stuff. So how did I do this again?
Okay.
I'm going to make this smaller.
Dailies, right?
Wait, I'm going to make this a bit smaller so that we can see when the dot appears. So did I go dailies? See, this is not populating yet. Was it? To-dos? Don't see a dot.
It was to-dos, I guess, right?
Okay, to-dos are tasks. The other ones are, this is the one that's a task. Okay. And then I went back to habits. And then I clicked on hydrate. And then I went back. And then I went into the tavern. And then I went into the chat.
And we should
and then it dumps.
Yeah. And then I'm assuming that's the item animator with all the weird sketch stuff in there. But yeah, we'll take a look. We have waiting until 5 returned objects. I don't know if that's out of date or not, but yeah.
No, it's new because I cleared them.
Okay, gotcha.
I thought I cleared them.
Oh, we have 4. That's sort of better, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay, so it was 5 and now we have 4.
Yeah.
Okay. We still have this though. Okay, so what you're saying is that, so maybe it's still, with this item animator, it's still like leaking something here, but these other things are not leaking anymore. You muted. You muted.
You're right. Sorry. Yeah, no, it doesn't seem to be. Why don't we do like a little bit of like memory profiling? I think we have enough time for that. You know, like the memory leak, you know, obviously we didn't fix everything. And I do have like a sneaking suspicion that the item animator is like still holding a ton of references that's actively being used. And maybe that's why some of them are not fully being disposed of. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and run the profiler. And I guess like we could, since we already have this running, we could just like, yeah. And then you start with a new session. And this is great because it comes like for free in your Android Studio.
You didn't want me to run a before and after?
Yeah, I would love that. We could start with the after, I guess. So we'll start with capturing a heap dump.
Capture heap dump like that, right?
Yeah.
Record.
Yeah, and what that's going to do is allow you to view your objects currently existing in the heap at lifetime.
Okay, this seems to be frozen.
It sure does. It takes a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So, and something that I like to do is instead of doing show all classes, I think you can like go to the top of that and then you can, you know what? Try arrange by class, arrange by package maybe. Sorry. Instead of, show all classes, but then arrange. In the second one, there's arrange by class. I think you can arrange by package as well. Let's see. Yeah.
A lot of obfuscated
a lot
stuff.
Of that stuff.
And then here.
A lot of Android X. You know what's really interesting? I was like kind of doing like some explorations with like Gradle dependency management and trying to figure out how can I share those transitive dependencies because it's hard to do that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of fun. There's like Shark too. What is that? It's kind of fun.
Leak trace, leak. I don't know what shark means.
Sure. Yeah.
Some other package.
Yeah, but a cool thing you can do is you can go to Task Recycler View Fragment, and I think you can search it at the top by class, and sometimes like you can like see if there's like an improvement. You would expect that the memory would go down ideally.
Okay, so I mean, something's frozen here.
Oh no, sometimes that
It's looking for
happens.
everything. Do I have to press stop here?
No, I don't
This
think
whole
so.
thing's frozen. Look, my
Yeah.
cursor doesn't change. I don't have a point. I can't go in here. We got a crash. Did we just crash Android Studio?
Maybe. Maybe we just have to kill it and restart it. The only thing is like we'll have to record another heap dump because a heap dump you can save it, but otherwise it'll sit in your IDE for the life cycle of the IDE itself.
It's so busy. I've got to force quit it.
Yeah.
It won't release control. There it goes. There we are. Okay. Now Android Studio. Okay, it's on the wrong screen here. Yeah. Okay. We need to run it again, right?
Yes.
It's indexing. We can run it. What? How can it not have a... How can it... We just ran it a minute ago.
I'm not...
Oh, wait, it's busy syncing.
Yeah.
The great old elephant is busy snuffling around in the code here to try and see what's happening.
Yeah, I suppose it needs a moment.
Yeah. It's configuring, it's doing things.
Yeah.
Wow. We've been busy how long?
This has
like
been
an hour and a half already.
I know, and this is just like we've only looked at like 2 really. It's everything's like starting to come up and yeah.
So anybody who needs to estimate in their teams on the time it's going to take to find a memory leak. Here we have experienced memory leak huntress Amanda with me, and it's still taking us an hour and a half. And we found I think 1 or 2. So please, when you estimate your tasks, be realistic, right?
Yes. Yeah. It's always good to maybe take a short look, how long is it going to take to figure this out? Is this something that is really obvious? Is it not obvious? Yeah, I think usually the nice thing is if it comes in a Jira ticket already, it helps keep things somewhat organized. So I guess
usually there's a way to reproduce it, right? Because we kind of are trying to figure out a way to reproduce it. We don't know exactly what we need to do to reproduce it.
Yeah, memory leaks can be reproducible in the right environments, but sometimes they can be really hard to. They can be kind of difficult.
Okay, I'm gonna just do the things I did before, right?
Yeah. So we'll rack up the memory exactly as before, and then we'll
go back,
run the memory profiling. Yeah.
Go into the tavern. Go into the we already got it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So it's when it changes to a different activity away from that main activity.
Yeah, that can happen. The reason why is that we opened up some fragment or activity and something didn't die when it should have.
Okay, so should I run the profiler now?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then plus.
Yeah, I guess it needs a second, but there it is. It's going for it now. And then we'll run that memory.
And capture heap dump, right?
Yeah.
Record.
And maybe instead of messing with all we'll just when it loads, we'll just type in the task recycler v fragment. Maybe it freaked out because we were playing with the filters a little too much.
All these buttons.
I want to see. I'm well, you know what? Don't provide them if it's gonna break. I'm joking. I'm joking. We're also, probably adding the stress of Stream and Gradle and all the things. So,
I just type a T. Oh wait, there it's coming back. Task recycler
there it is.
fragment.
Yeah,
this guy.
Mm-hmm. So that's the current. Maybe we'll just take a screenshot of that. Just I always never remember. So we have retained site. We have 3 allocations of task recycler view fragment, which is sus. So maybe that's what that memory leak keeps talking about. Like, why are there 3 instances? Probably because of that time, that little animator task. Like I said, it's really hard to see because it's like sitting in another class and it doesn't look like anything is wrong. But there's, like I said, it's like really hard to manage a view component when there's no life cycle, like in a non-Android class, So we don't really, it might take more time to figure out why there's 3 allocations being created, but let's delete the code that we added and like record it again and see if there's a difference. Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just quickly going to go in my source code control thing. I'm going to stash the changes.
Oh, true.
And then we're going to just be back to where we were before, which is where we are now. I just stashed the changes. We should be able to see here that we don't have, there shouldn't be any more changes here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we should stop this.
Right. We have to stop it. Mm-hmm. And then
I got a screenshot of this. So now we run it again.
Yeah, with the deleted code, because yeah.
Okay, let's just check that it did delete.
Yeah.
So we're looking for
on destroy view.
On destroy view. Yeah, look, it all went back.
Okay,
cool. Run. So now, when it runs and we look for that fragment, we should have more objects.
I don't know if we'll have more objects, but I would expect a larger retained or shallow size.
Okay.
Yeah.
So while it's busy building, I can quickly get the screenshot up for us, just so we can see. Let me take this off screen so you don't have to look at my desktop. And where is it? That one.
Also, thank you all so much for your patience. Sometimes like these like really heavy processes at the end, like it's kind of they like running Lead Canary and also the Android profiler and like the camera StreamYard at the same time can be a little tough on the computer.
Oh wait, we don't want to run this now. We want to stop this. End session, yes.
Yeah,
it's just doing too much here now.
Slow it down, yeah. Okay. We want to go through our little sequence of user interaction.
Okay.
And
should we just have a look here? This is the shallow size 768 and 1240. Is that the numbers we're looking for?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're just going to do the thing again here. We're going to go. What did we go? We went to do's, scroll, daily, habits, click
out,
back, scroll, tavern, chat. There we are. Dot.
Okay. All right. So let's
do another one of these, right?
Yeah. And then see what we find.
Memory, capture heap, record.
You can see actually, like, I don't know if people saw that, but in where like the graph was, you could see a lot of little trash. There are like these little trash icons, and everyone is an attempt at garbage collection. Like, oh, it's full. We're going to try and
Cleanup.
But the reason why you see a lot in secession is that we have filled the cup, we can't get rid of it, and so we're always trying to garbage collect, and that can be kind of dangerous because the garbage collection occurs on the main thread, so it can end up kind of blocking things and adding lag, and it gets kind of crazy. So we'll see here. Oh, thank God. I
this
feel
shallow size is
vindicated.
huge.
Vindication. I was worried for like 3 seconds, like, oh no, it's going to be like the same, or yeah. Okay. Oh. Hold on. We lost her.
I couldn't spell. Okay, so this is what we're looking at here. So
I don't see a difference.
But why was there a difference before, right?
Right. I must be losing my mind because I swear I saw some different numbers.
Yeah, I saw like 2,000. It's something like 2,000.
I'm like, was that? I swear I saw the same thing too.
Oh, it's a different thing we were looking at. Look at that. It's a task realm proxy.
Yeah.
This is the one. That's the one. 7681240. Okay, and if I just look here. Yeah, it's the same.
Oh, but hold on. Not all is lost, because actually, if you looked at the total retained size, so maybe we're looking in the wrong area.
Okay, task recycler. Let's just go here. Task recycler. That's what I had in my search.
Yeah, but yeah, if you see how at the very top, like there's like one leak, 34 count, and like this giant, like 1,700,000 for the retained size.
Okay, and it's saying there's one leak, and then afterwards it's
right.
It is
and here it says there's 0 leaks, and the retained size is smaller overall. So maybe we're looking in the wrong area. But
okay. All right, so you're looking at this number here, this 0 leaks over here, and we're comparing it with 1 leak over here.
Yeah.
And 13
count is even lower. Yeah.
And the shallow size and the return size.
So there was some improvement.
Can we click on this and see a leak?
Yeah, I think we should be able to.
Let's see.
So this is like a new Android Studio feature. I don't remember like when exactly it came out within the last few years, but like when it first came out, it was okay. Oh, so we have another spotted in words recycler view fragment. I'm telling you, you got to be so careful about your recycler views, and if you're tying it with a fragment, I'm like, I get a little bit, because you're dealing with 2 different, very difficult life cycles. If you're able to like just keep those 2 things separate, try not to mash it. Yeah, let's see what's leaking
in here.
Yeah, is there a way to check? I guess they don't tell you. They just say something about it is leaking, but we don't know what. So a little bit harder to read. But we could go to, I guess, like the actual recycler v fragment itself.
Hey, you know what we could do? We could do just the same thing there. We can go into this rewards recycle view fragment. We can go on destroy view, and we can just null out a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And then if we run it again, then this should go away, right?
It should, yeah. It definitely should.
But I mean, is this what you want to do with your Saturday morning?
We probably want to add our like changes back in, but yeah, if it's easy and we got like 5 minutes.
Okay, let's go.
I mean, we know what the rule is now, so.
Rewards, recycler view, fragment. This is the one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna just.
Oh yeah.
Close this for a sec.
Oh, it's the task recycler v fragment. Okay, so it extends the task recycler v fragment, and then. Oh, check this out. So those memory leaks can be really insidious. So you see that composite description? It's like coming from the parent class. So I guess they ran some stuff. And then when this fragment got, when the view got destroyed, like it was probably still running and it probably leaked.
Okay, but I know that this rewards, it's the final tab. It's the last tab with the rewards on it.
Okay. Yeah, but yeah, I can see why it leaks, especially if it's like the task recycler view, or it's inheriting from the task recycler view.
Yeah.
So that it makes sense. That's
So I wonder
crazy.
who else inherits from this. We can see that.
Yeah, you can yeah, just do
Yeah.
command click actually. Yeah. Or that's the only one.
I don't know.
Sometimes you can like click on the actual word and then do command click and it'll tell you where it's
here,
used.
command click.
Oh yeah. And one of our viewers was saying that maybe the base fragment might have some leaks, and you might be right. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. We got binding. Oh yeah, the tutorial text.
Oh, there's just strings.
Oh, sorry, you're right. That is just a string. So those aren't anything. The composite subscription should probably be cleared. If it's not cleared. So let's check on Story view maybe and make sure that they'd be on that. Let's see.
Oh, okay. So they were actually clearing this thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So they did get it there. Okay.
We can see when they did this. What
it was done as a memory leak fix, I think.
Oh, it was just an update to RxJava 2 in Realm 5. There, fixed memory leaks. They're killing the binding over there.
Oh, yeah? Yep.
Okay, but that means that we don't need to kill the binding in the child views.
Not for the base fragment, but for the tab, yeah, I think this is okay. Let's take a look at the. Yeah, no, I think we kind of got it all right. Like, let's see, what's the shop item?
Sorry?
Under selected card. Is that a model class?
This.
Yeah.
It might be a realm thing. Yeah. It's a realm object.
What's I don't know why I'm breaking.
It's like that realm database. It's like that. Its realm is that.
I'm like, I don't know. Okay. All right. Sounds good, I guess. Maybe I'm not sure about those.
I don't know if we've got more time. I think see, the thing that is that's interesting is this guy, this one here, the undestroy view. We added a whole lot of stuff in here.
We did.
I can pop the stash, and maybe these things actually need to. Yeah, I can pop the stash here. Hang on a moment. I'll pop the stash. Pop stash, and it should magically appear here now. There we are.
There it is.
Okay. It might be, you see, this binding in the base class has already been cleared. You see, this is derived from base fragment. And base fragment already clears that. So maybe we don't need this one because it's going to be in the supers one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. But I think we do need, there's another binding one, right? That we missed up top. Was there one up top or no? Oh, you're right.
Binding. So they're overriding it. So do we have to clear it then? We do, right?
I think we do. Yeah.
Okay.
And then, oh, that's a good call out. If we scroll to on destroy, Demon was saying we should call on destroy like last, and that is a good call out.
Yeah.
We should do that.
Okay, I'm going to go there now.
Yeah,
so this has to go down. So let me see if I can remember. It goes like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, cool.
Okay. I think that looks good.
Okay, so we're going to run it again.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what we should have done? Shouldn't we have taken a screenshot of the bad code? This.
Oh, yeah.
With this. We want this. This is the piece we wanted. That's the one we wanted. This.
Yeah.
This. That section. Shallow size, retained size.
Yeah.
One leak. That's what we want, right? And now when we run it again, that should be better.
It should change, yeah.
And then we should have one leak less.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might even get like a little bit. Oh, okay. So we have a question. Why are we doing it last? I think so. When we call on to story view, I think they're like once we make that call, like we start the process of destroying aspects of the view. We want to make sure that before that's done that we nullify everything, because it'll be hard to, in some cases, to like clear the references, especially if like the view's already gone. Demon also put it in a very more eloquent way. It's in a more eloquent description. So because it clears references from the parent class, like composite, disposable, also the binding. Yeah, but like before we actually end up removing the view, because then it would become an unreachable reference, which we don't want.
Some of this might be cargo cult, but I'm just doing the same thing I did before, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing the same thing. Maybe some of the steps we don't need because we know now it's in that other class.
Right.
I'm just like, because that's how I got it to do it. Dot. Where are the dots? I don't need to go to chat. Oh, there we are. Okay. And it's at this point we did the profiler.
Mm-hmm.
Plus. Oh wait, it looks like it saves the old heap dumps.
It does within the, like, for as long as it's alive. Let's see, the binding shouldn't need to be cleared in child because Kotlin properties are just setters and getters that get overridden and virtually invoked from the superclass. Oh, okay, that's good to know. I wasn't sure. So maybe we don't need the clear binding.
Okay. It's frozen. How many birds are there, Amanda? 2. Sounds like they're a flock of like 12.
Oh, sorry, what was the question again? Oh, I have 2. I just have 2.
Oh, 2 birds.
Yeah, I know they sound like a lot of birds, but they're just 2.
What did we look for here? We looked for task. I promise I typed task. Psych. So this is what we had over here. Let's see. Type task recycler. And we had 0 leaks. And this is smaller. Let me open the other little screen capture that I made.
Yeah.
Here. Okay. There's the other screen capture. Put that there. So we can do that, and we can do that. So that's what we had before. That's what we had before. 1, 1.
Yeah.
Why is that 1 and why is that?
Not sure.
Oh, it's because we said show activity fragment leaks.
Oh, because yeah, we have a different filter, I guess. So we'll do that.
Okay. Let me just pull this up again. This one. Okay. All right. This is progress, right? So it's
I
like
think so.
show activity fragment leaks, and then
bam, it's gone. Look at that.
That's
Okay.
like 2 little screenshots I'm going to put inside the pull request, right? Like that. Like you
Love
can
it.
have those two as the description. You can have those two.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, I hope this was a super informative session for folks, and thank you so much for participating. It was really helpful, and it definitely made it more fun. Yeah, and congratulations. I hope you get that badge.
Yeah, I'll if I get the badge, I'll post on Twitter, and people can see that I got the badge.
Okay, great. Yeah, let's. I think that's going to be all for today's meetup. But thank you so much for coming. The video will probably be, it'll be up, but I'm sure I'll have it edited at some point soon. So, and there's going to be another Chicago Kotlin meetup next month. So be sure to keep an eye out for the upcoming event. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you, Maia. Really appreciated your time. I had a great time.
Yeah, I had a wonderful time. That was great.
Yeah. Okay.
And thanks, chat.
Yes, thank you. And yeah, we'll see you all next time. Yeah, so take care. Okay. See ya.